you ever wondered when to use foi and when to use era in Portuguese? Stay here with me in this video to find out the difference and how to use each one of these. Olá everyone, welcome back to my channel Brazilian Portuguese Sing and Learn. But before we get started, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. So first, about the verbs. You should know that the verb ser is one of the forms of the verb to be in Portuguese. So we have two forms for the verb to be, ser and estar. Remember that ser is for more permanent conditions, okay? And foi, fui, era are all conjugations of the verb ser. Foi is the conjugation of the verb ser in the past perfect for the third person. Okay, how is that? So, for example, você foi. You were. Você foi. Ele foi. Ela foi. A gente foi. Okay? For the first person, eu, I, eu is fui. Eu fui. Eu fui. Okay? Now the verb era is the conjugation of the verb ser in the past imperfect tense. Okay? That's a verb tense we have in Portuguese, and era is one of the conjugations, and it's used for the first and the third person. So you can say eu era, você era, ele ou ela era, a gente era. Okay? Now we're gonna learn how to use each one of these conjugations, each one of these verb tenses. But I gotta tell you, there is not one simple rule that's gonna make it right every time, you know? The point here is knowing when to use the past perfect tense and the past imperfect tense, okay? Okay, so here we're gonna complete the sentences with foi, fui, or era, okay? First one. Quando eu era criança, when I was a kid, minha avó, muito paciente. My grandma, very patient. Foi or era? Era. It's talking about a long time in the past and about some characteristic from the grandma, okay? O concerto ontem à noite, espetacular. The concert last night, spectacular. Ontem à noite is a specific time in past, so foi. Foi espetacular. Aquela casa antiga, construída no século XIX. That old house was built in the 19th century. Era ou foi? Foi, because it's specific century. Durante as férias, o clima sempre agradável. Foi or era? In this case, is era, because durante as férias gives the idea of a long period of time. It's not a specific day, it's a long time. So, o clima era sempre agradável. Antigamente, meu pai, um excelente cozinheiro. Back in the day, my dad was an excellent cook. Era ou foi? Era. So, back in the day, antigamente, gives this idea of a long period of time. A reunião de negócios esta manhã, muito produtiva. The business meeting this morning, very productive. This morning, specific. Foi. Quando eu, jovem, Adorava brincar no parque. When I was young, I loved to play in the park. Era, because it's talking about a past, not specific. O filme que assistimos na semana passada, emocionante. The movie we watched last week, exciting. Foi, last week, semana passada, foi. Naquela época, back in the day, a tecnologia menos avançada. Technology was less advanced. Era, naquela época, gives this idea of long time. Ele, meu grande amor. He was my great love. Ele foi meu grande amor. Para mim, aquele animal, o mais lindo. For me, that animal was the most beautiful. Era, because you're giving your opinion about something in the past. Okay? Very good. So these were our exercises. So here's a summary of the things we learned. When you're talking about a long period of time in the past, it's not specific, you're gonna use era. Example, quando eu era criança, when I was a kid. When you're talking about a specific period of time, you're gonna talk about fui or foi. Eu fui professora 20 anos atrás. I was a teacher 20 years ago. Okay? Ele foi meu grande amor. He was my great love. Ele foi, like we saw in the song. Okay? When you're talking about someone characteristics in the past, minha avó era sábia. My grandma was wise. Okay? And here is just the general picture. If you didn't understand something, go back in the video and check again. Okay? So if you want to have access to the PDF of this lesson with everything explained, with all the examples, you can find the link in the description of this video. You just have to click on the link, see the instructions, and you're gonna receive the PDF, okay? So if this video was helpful for you, don't forget to leave your like here and subscribe in the channel so you won't miss any of my future videos. Do you have any questions or suggestions? You can also tell me here in the comments. So that's it for today. Ciao, ciao!